Well, isn't that unfortunate? Trucker missed the laneway. Getting... So, 2 nights ago, these barns are now empty. Our flock is gone. They went to Maple Lodge. For those of you wondering what that means, is they went there to be made into products like chicken bacon, ground chicken, all that good stuff. It won't really be chicken breast because they're not meant. These birds are not bred to do that. They're meant to be egg layers, and that's what they are. So let's get in here, kind of see what's going on. Oh, she's so dark in here. So we started washing yesterday, and run. Let there be light. Nothing in here. No birds, they're all gone. So we are washing. Mike's here, he's opening the doors, taking the screens out. We start washing in the center of this barn. The floor is sloped, so we can wash all the dirt to the outsides of the barns. And we have a place for the water to go. We are going to connect, here's a connection here. There's plumbing all through this barn, and that allows us to wash. So we hook the pressure washer up there, and we grab a hose, quick connect it here. We can wash from that end that way. You see there's a splitter here, which allows us to connect 2 pressure washers to the system, 1 at each end, and or you can just use 1 pressure washer the way we used to do it. We got more people, we got more pressure washers, a lot nicer to use, more pressure washers, makes this job a little bit easier. Still a few day job, that's for sure. Okay, this needs a little dusty, dirty in here now. We got to give her a good wash. We're washing the inside and the outside of the barn. So you can see this pressure washer that's hooked up, ready to go. So anyways, let's get a ducky suit on and let's start getting wet. If you're wondering why we change the birds out once a year, it's mainly because we have to. It's just the deal we have with the ag board. It keeps a steady flow for the pullet guys. The second reason is, I should say the main reason is, back in the day, and I have had my birds longer than a year, and they seem to do fine, but their quality of egg goes downhill in a hurry when they get over a year. So we can't supply everybody with a grade A quality egg anymore, is what goes on there. So it is just the way it is. So when we're washing, we are going to rinse. We are going to spray everything down with this disinfectant, Prevail. This is supposed to be one of the best things you can use, so that's what we've been using. Seem to be happy with this product. That's why we're washing these barns, is we don't want disease in the barn. So once the birds get out, we do a wash, disinfect, and then there's no worry of anything being in there from the old flock compared to the new flock. Right now, there is word that there is some avian flu in the States. We're concerned it's going to get moved up here, especially with migration of the Canadian geese. So right now, when the egg man comes in, he's going to be disinfecting at the road. You think COVID was a problem? You have no idea what crap we have to go through here to make sure nothing gets in this barn. So let's get out, let's get washing. First time in this funnel system, you want to put a drain. Flush the system. gonna get wet all day. So we're gonna do this whole barn. It's gonna take a few days. We're gonna keep at it and we'll see what's going on after that. So we are wrapping up washing here. Pulled everything out of the egg room. We've washed the floor, washed the ceiling, washed the walls. Now for the fun part, taking the egg packer apart, cleaning all the goo that gets stuck in behind all the panels that don't get cleaned. And bring it back to sexy. So I don't know how the quality is, but that's dead. But we're finished washing, and it's cold. So right now, I have the main water shut off to this barn. My brother's at the other end, just blowing air through it, so we can get all the water out of it. Cause it's gonna be cold tonight. Already, what is it in here? So it's 1.8 degree here in the barn. So we're getting to be close to freezing. So we're gonna drain all the water of the lines, and then I'm gonna wrap that main with this bad boy. And so this is just, you wrap it, you plug it in the other end, and it heats it. That way, hopefully, if it does freeze in here, the main, you know, there will be no water in the rest of the system, but from here to here, it could freeze, and that'll be bad. So there we have it. The main, we got her all wrapped up. I'll get that plugged in. So if you have been watching in other videos, this layer barn here, it's actually heated by the chicken's body heat. So when there's no chickens in here, there's no heat. When we were washing, it's been no big deal because the pressure washers with the heaters on them, you know, that's been helping heat this barn. But it's supposed to get down like -9 tonight. It's -4 right now with the wind chill of -10. So it's gonna get cold in here, and the main thing we're worried about is obviously just your water lines freezing. So we're doing everything as possible we can to make sure it doesn't happen, except for running an actual heater in here. But there's no water in any of the lines. They've been flushed out. So I think we're gonna be okay. We'll find out tomorrow. And let's carry on. And then actually we still got to, not today, but right before the birds come in, we're gonna I gotta run these manure belts still again. I gotta run the feeders, make sure I get all the water out of the feeders. Once we do all that, then I'm going to rewash all this area. You know, get that a little bit more clean. But we're pretty close. I just want to get through tonight, and then we'll see what happens after that. It's Saturday. It's supposed to be the first day of the birds being here. We're going to talk about what went on and why this has been pretty much one of the most stressful weeks so far of my farming career. Let's start with right here. Let's see this. That's hardly any supplies. For 3 weeks straight, my hired hand Mike was talking with the egg driver and was supposed to have the supplies dropped off on Thursday. Got here Thursday morning, nothing's here. Well, apparently that guy went on vacation, never told anybody. So Monday morning, supplies are going to be here. This is going to be enough to get us going, but it's going to be tight. We'll carry on. Two. I think I spoke a little earlier in the video about the avian bird flu coming in to Canada. So now when I walk in, we're just lysoling our first pair of boots because this magical little line that is supposed to stop disease, I don't trust it. I don't know if the disease might be able to hop over there. I don't know, but anyways, two of my regular boots that I wear in here. We're gonna carry on. All nice and fresh. Nice thing is the egg room is nice and clean. Right. There's no birds in here yet. So that's an issue. Let's talk about what happened this week and what's going to be going on here. So, birds left last Wednesday night, which technically Thursday morning they were all out. So we were up till about 3:30 in the morning, my brother and I. They were short crewed. it was a struggle for them just because they were short staffed. It was overwhelming for them, but they struggled. They got it done. Normally they're out of here at like 1 in the morning. Like it's really not supposed to be that big of a deal. But anyways, that's fine. So gonna get to bed at 3:30. Wake up at 8. We start washing. Wash for 2 days straight. Things are going really well. Like whew, nice. So well that we're like, you know what? I think, guys, we can take the weekend off because we got 3 pressure washers, 4 guys. Back in the day, it used to be just 1 pressure washer, 3 guys. It never stopped. So the extra people we've got over the years and the extra pressure washers really do help because now we not only wash the inside of this barn, we've been washing the outside of the barn. Because we want to start 100% clean in here. So. Got the weekend over with. Monday comes around, looking at the weather. Holy, it's gonna freeze. So I've shown the video of us getting ready for, you know, this freezing weather. But this is also a good thing. Not this barn, the other barn. We'll get into it. That barn, it has manure that it was getting full. So with the frozen ground, we hammered down, got that barn out, and it's 100% cleaned out, which is really nice. It's really hard to find those particular moments in this time of year. Uncle Ross calls me. I'm full. I see you guys are spreading. Can you do my place? Sure, whatever. Why not? Actually, so we got ours done, and it got a little bit greasy on top, so we quit. But we got back up at 4 in the morning. Go spread his manure. Got it done by 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. Come back here to keep washing. And get a call from him. Guys, I screwed up, and it was a simple mistake. He just pulled the pin when he shouldn't have. And honestly, we get there, and the manure pump is just dangling over this pit. It's got 1 tire on solid ground, and the rest is hanging over. The only thing stopping it from falling all the way in is the hydraulic lines. So, Owen and I just really, I'm sure they just had a heart attack, but we came with a clear mind, hooked the chain, just pulled it back in. Really wasn't that big a deal. So we get back here, and we got maintenance now and all kinds of other things. You got to make sure these gearboxes got oil. Got to make sure all the corners are greased. There's still a lot to do. We have to empty the troughs. We have to put food out, food and water out. So we come to Thursday. Thursday. You know what? Things are looking good. Crew's supposed to show up tomorrow. Yep, we've talked with them. No big deal. Friday morning, everybody will be here. So, I put water out in this barn, like in all the water pipes. So it's cold in here again. It's not gonna freeze in here, but you got a little bit worried. So Friday, which is yesterday, crew shows up 8 o'clock. So does the truck driver. Everything is looking good. Go look at the crew. They are bagged. They are like red eyes. They just pulled an all-nighter and they went to bed at 3:30 because they were just taking out the barn out. I don't know how this happened. It was their fault, but they shouldn't have double booked us. So we're talking, and he's like, I can only move maybe 1 truckload. So I do have birds in my other barn sitting over there that we got manure out of. It is a little bit smaller than this one. And we're like, okay. Well, and we had a truckload of corn go that morning. So we're just like, just let this crew get in the mood, get in the mode. We're gonna go get this corn. I had Mike and Wes come down here because there's still, this is like a house in here. There's all kinds of maintenance that needs to be done, and when the birds are out, it's a perfect time to do this kind of stuff. It's not dusty, it's clean, it's disinfected. So, anyways, so I'm like, well, we get the truckload of corn. I talk with Owen. I'm like, hey man, let's call a bunch of buddies and let's see if we can get this going. And so I called. I'm like, hey, I got probably about 4 other guys, and I got me, Owen, Wes, Mike, so that's 8 other guys. That would get this crew really big. So go talk with their main guy, and basically he was still just too bagged. So I canceled all my guys, and anyways, when they got down here, I said to him, like, realistically, this could have been easily avoided. Like, I know you guys are trying to push, but you made it more inconvenient that you guys were only going to do one, truck driver was here. you know, if you would have texted me last night at 3 in the morning, or if you would have talked to me 2 days ago and said, hey, you know, it's gonna be a late night. Do you mind if we, like, what should have happened was, they went to bed, but they went to bed and got up and only had 4 hours of sleep. So everybody's grumpy. And I get that. So you can leave a comment, or this is how I handled it. You know, I've tried to handle it anyways, but I said, you know, you guys really should have just called me this morning and said, hey, do you mind if we start at noon or 5 o'clock tonight? You know, it would have been way easier if you guys just would have went home, recharged, come back, better attitudes. Not that they would have had bad attitudes, I shouldn't say that. Just, you could just tell in everybody's face that they were just completely wiped. So we only got that one barn in over there, and it was a longer story than this. I think I'm rambling too much, but here we are. This barn is still empty, and I'm going to lose a couple days of revenue because those birds are laying really well. The biggest issue with what went on was I had my troughs nicely, like they ate the troughs pretty well empty, which is what you want when they're going to get moved down to here. So then they come in, they start eating. They're technically not out of food because they just finished their plate of food. But so now I have to go remake feed to feed that other barn. You know, and it just, the snowball effect just got so big yesterday and overwhelming. And I really haven't slept very much till last night just because I've been thinking about the situation. And I'm sorry that I really didn't get a lot of footage of what went on this week. It's just been so busy. Hopefully you enjoyed a little bit of washing. But I guess before we get into tomorrow, or sorry, Monday, when these birds are here, we'll just boom like that. This will be full. I'm going to quickly talk about the system if you're new to this channel. This is your old conventional housing system for chickens. This is my second year showing this particular housing system. There are better ways of running a poultry farm, as in, like, so we have a better housing system. We can either do free run, or it'll be something. It's not, I shouldn't say similar, it's totally different. It's going to have a laying nest, and it's what we're talking about going to. If you've been watching me, I was supposed to be revamping that other barn this year, but I'm going to give you the same excuse everybody else has been giving me, which is COVID. So we're going to run one more flock through the barn over there, and next year we'll get into that barn. I'm going to show you exactly what I hate, what I like about it. But it's something similar to this, except for without the belts. When we put the system in 08, this was the Cadillac of the systems. Both systems that we have here are, you know, my birds went out at 95% laying, which is fantastic. Their egg size and egg quality was good. We had 1.2% 1.2% cracks out of both barns. We were running, when they went out, we only had 3% mediums. The rest were large and extra large. So this particular housing system still produces a grade A quality egg. It's important that I show everybody this and what's going on, because in the future, as we grow, you're going to see what we get to go to better for the bird's health, and it's going to be better for me as the farmer to work in. It'll just cleaner. You'll know what I'm talking about when we get in the other barn, because this right now, this is really nice to work in, this whole system. Like when you walk in here and there's birds, the air is super fresh. Like there's no ammonia to it. When you get into like an older barn like I have over there, that ammonia hits you in the face. It's not very pleasant. It's harder to keep clean. This is an easy system to keep clean. So talking about stressful stuff is now we have this avian bird flu coming in, and to be honest with you, like that, I heard from some people, can't say who their names, but the deal is it's either come from Canadian geese, and they get flying over, and then and what goes on is, so this is a very sanitary environment. They're not outside, they can't get outside, it's hard for them to get sick. If they get sick, it's because somebody didn't disinfect properly coming into this barn, vice versa. But the avian flu is here in Canada, and we got to take some super extra measures to make sure that my flock doesn't get sick with it, because then that's it. There's no more for me this year when the birds get in here. This is how fresh they are. This is, you know, if my other flock would have got the bird flu at the end of the flock cycle, it would be a big deal, but it wouldn't be as big a deal as a fresh flock like this. Number two, we're talking about Got talking with we're short on eggs here in Canada. We're gonna have an egg shortage. It's just crazy what is gonna be going on here in the future. Anyways, let's just get to tomorrow or Monday with the birds in, and we'll get talking more. So after all that, our ladies are finally in. They this group over here, they were at 9 o'clock this morning. It's now almost 4:30 in the afternoon, but you can see how much they've laid already. So they're laying hard. This is good. You see they're eating. That's extremely well. You can see my floor is a little bit dirty from the move. So right now, Owen and I are just flushing the water lines, which is that right there. So all we do is turn this valve, which this one's going right now, like that. And then at one point, Owen's down there, and he's gonna shine a flashlight saying all the air bubbles are out. I'll turn that valve again and go to the next level. I wait till the ladies are in because when I start flushing, they can hear that water rushing by, and then they get a better understanding where that water nipple is. So I just want to point out, that's actually not supposed to happen. That's from the crew. They did that. It's at the back of the belt. I'm supposed to put those right in the manure pit, so now I got to run these belts to get that out of here. It's not the end of the world, but you can get salmonella from that particular stuff sitting in here. So anyways, we're gonna run the belts to get that out. So here we go. I've said in other videos, and I'll say it again, this is your conventional housing system. This is gonna be the last season for this type of system. Then we're gonna go to an enriched system, which is gonna have a party room, it's gonna have perks, it's gonna have a, well, this has water too, but it's gonna have a drinking area, a laying nest, and we'll get into it. It's gonna be exciting. And but this is where your affordable egg comes from, right here. This is the cheapest egg you can buy. If there's, I don't know if you can see that or not, but Owen just gave me the heads up to go. So if you wish to have an organic egg or a free run egg, omega-3 egg, that's the best part about living here in Canada, is there is an egg for you. I do not supply those eggs at this point in time. It's something maybe we'll look into the future. If you've watched my other videos, this is just what I've been dealing with. And you can watch other videos to see why. Anyways, you guys make sure you like and subscribe. I'm super happy the birds are in. We'll get to the first gather. Check you later. Peace.